Hi, Carol Lovely from Vibrant Mamas, and on this video I'm going to share with you a technique I call enjoying clarity. And with new mamas, sometimes you have this brain fog where you get really confused and you're kind of losing your clarity. And some women even think, oh my God, am I losing it? You know, you walk in a room and you went for something and you get there and you forget what you went for. You get that new baby in the car seat, you get all the way to the market and you forget what groceries you came for. So using this technique will help you to do two really important things that will help to bring down that new mama brain fog and increase your clarity, which will be very useful. So two things are happening. One is the brain might not be getting as much oxygen as it needs to have some clarity. The other thing is that we have something called cerebral spinal fluid. And the cerebral spinal fluid is in the spine, and it also surrounds the brain. And when it's flowing really well, then you have more clarity. We also have right around the top of the head here, we have on the suture kind of line, we have something called slightly movable joints. And as we get older, oftentimes we lose clarity or our memory, and it's because these movable joints have become less movable. And it's the cerebral spinal fluid that sort of oils those joints and keeps them so that they are movable. So this technique will help to kind of oil those slightly movable joints. It'll also help to make sure that the cerebral fluid is connected between the spine and around the brain the way that it should. It's also going to help to bring more oxygen into the brain. Some professionals feel that having a really good connection of cerebral fluid is really important because the cerebral fluid connects the physical with all of the different aspects of the energy body that really helps us to stay healthy. So having a good flow helps to release that natural healer in us. So another really great aspect for a new mom is to be able to have that natural healer working for you. So this technique is really easy. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to place it over your heart. You're going to take your right hand, you're going to place it over the outside of the opening of your right ear, just like this. And we're going to take 4 nice deep breaths. You're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, so I'm going to do it together. Here we go. Great. So now you're going to leave the left hand over the heart and you're going to move the right hand to the back of the head, and you want the fingers still pointed up, but you can lay them down a little bit if you want. And we're going to take 4 more breaths. Great. And now you're going to put the right hand over the heart, not over your microphone, but over the heart. And you're going to take the left hand and put it over the opening of the left ear. So now we're going to take 4 more breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And for the last position, you're going to move the left hand to the front of the head. So right on your forehead, again with the fingers pointing up, and again you can lay them down if you want to, and we're going to take 4 more breaths. Great. So that's all there is to it. So sometimes when people do this technique, they might feel a little dizzy. And why is that? Because if the cerebral fluid is gotten a little dense, and while you're bringing that air and pumping up with your breath that cerebral fluid, it becomes more fluid and it's flowing better. So as it comes up to the brain, you might feel a little dizzy, and or bringing more oxygen to the brain might help you to feel a little dizzy. So if you have that, then you can just simply wait for it to pass for a minute. But if it's not passing, remember on another video we covered something called the hookup, where you put one middle finger in your belly button and one on your forehead. You pull up a little bit and you just take some nice deep breaths, and you just keep holding this until you're not dizzy anymore, and that should definitely alleviate any dizziness you might be feeling. So again, that technique is going to bring more oxygen up into your brain, which will give you much more clarity. It's also going to connect that cerebral fluid coming all the way up the spine and around the brain, and helping these little movable joints to have the cerebral fluid to kind of help them to stay movable, all of which helps with clarity, helps to release that natural healer in you, and will just help you to feel a lot better. So check it out, and I will see you on the next video.